What's up, everybody? Hey, Kinetics, you made it. And he's there maybe. So welcome to the Biz Pulse. Excited to have you. We're excited about what's going to happen tonight because we have some great guests that are introducing what's called GetFit Mining, which I thought was a cool concept. And I'm looking forward to interviewing Ryan and Lynette from there. Kinetics, are you with me now? I guess not. I don't think he can hear me, or he's something. Let me just see what's going on with him. Always some technical stuff. So anyway, thanks for joining. I want to real quickly talk about PulseCon because I know that's a big thing coming up. And if correct me if I'm wrong, and they will correct me when they come on, is I believe they're going to be at PulseCon as well. GetFit will be out there. So it'd be cool to meet up with them and talk to them about this project. And we'll go from there. And I think.
All right.
Oh, there you are. There you are, my man.
My headphone decided to disconnect from me right as I got into StreamYard. I'm like, of course you would. Like right as I get in there. So
well, cool, man. Well, thanks for jumping on tonight, dude. I appreciate it.
Yeah, man, it's my pleasure. Thanks for having me tonight. I'm excited to hear what you got going on here.
Yeah, man. I mean, they're ready. They've heard about the Kinetics guy, and they're kind of scared, I think, or something.
I doubt that's the case. So nothing to be scared over here. I don't bite remote, so.
I was just talking briefly about PulseCon, and they're actually going to be out at PulseCon as well. So.
Oh, right on.
It'd be cool to meet up and see this thing in action. But are you ready to? I mean, what's going on with you, man? You ready to bring these guys on and talk to them?
Yeah, I think so. Sorry, I was just trying to get everything. Every time I log into my computer nowadays, I use a mesh network now, which is great for security. But the problem is when you're not using it for a while, it disconnects from the internet altogether, and then has to re-find it. And I'm like sitting there watching the thing spin, waiting for connection. So if you guys were holding on, it's really my fault. I'm gonna take the blame on that one. And Hexander, no worries about me standing up without any pants on. So don't worry about that. That's not gonna be an issue here.
That's scary. All right, man. Hey, let's bring Ryan and Lynette in from the great GetFit Mining.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for having us.
You betcha. This sounds like such a cool idea. So I'm looking forward to digging into what exactly you guys do and how this works.
Hey, first, I'm curious, does Richard Hart, did he come out with a Hex logo? This is our hashtag here, symbol over at Tag Protocol, hashtags with GetFit. Did Richard Hart have a sign yet? I saw that on his Twitter feed.
Oh, I didn't. I haven't even checked today.
Yeah, where they're trying to come up with like this sign. Yeah, I saw that too.
Yeah.
So Ryan, Lynette, I'm not sure about you, but Ryan, I know you're a Hexican for sure. Lynette, are you into Hex as well? Or I'm always curious.
I do hold Hex. I need to learn more about the project. Ryan's been schooling me on it.
Yeah. All right.
I've been so deep into the GetFit application. And so honestly, there's probably a lot of things that are passing by me over the last year. But but one thing I love is the crypto space. I wasn't real impressed with the NFT space when it was just the JPEGs. But as I began to really do my research and study, and Vishal Gupta, who is the creator of Tag Protocol, I really pay attention to him. And I've learned so much from him with the technology and the utility that can be behind the NFTs, that it's so much more than just registering these JPEGs on the blockchain. And it's really amazing what you can do with the technology. So I really started researching. I know that there's move to earn apps, that this is not a new idea. But one of the things I like to do is break everything down and then put the puzzle back together so that I can find the missing links or the missing pieces or what's not really working for these apps. And are you wanting to talk, Ryan?
I just want to say shout out, first of all, you guys, and also shout out to Richard Hart. And I've been, just real quick background, I've been a Hexagon now for about 6 months, and I was in network marketing, cryptocurrency, and after seeing these things crash and burn for so long, I said, you know what, enough is enough. I can take this money, put it in Hex. I put a lot of it, staked a whole bunch of it. I was like, I'm going to ride this wave. I know I'm going to get filthy rich, putting X amount of dollars in and riding this thing to Pulse Chain. So it's been my intention as being part of Tag Protocol. Then I won't interrupt you again, Lynette. But anyways, I just want to give a background also about myself being a Hexagon, because I love Richard Hart. And I think that when he sees the value and other Hexagons see the value, that it's our intention to bring value to the Hex community through NFT, he's going to be like, dang. So I'm just looking forward to see what the Hexagons think about this. Go ahead, Lynette.
Thanks. Okay, now you're throwing me off kilter here. So anyway, I'm not going to take over everything. I'm just giving you a little bit of the background here. It was important to me to really bring value into the move to earn, play to earn. And what hasn't been done yet is the travel to earn space, especially with gas prices like they are globally. And, you know, you only get so much data from Google Fit. You only get so much data. You get the raw data, you know, from Apple Health and Google Fit. And then you've really got to hone it down, and you've got to be able to categorize it and make it do the things you want it to do. But what I wanted to do was make sure that everybody's movement counted, that you didn't just have to, you didn't have to step outside to walk in order for your activity to count. Some people can't do that. Some people have health restrictions. Some people have climate restrictions. Some people have age restrictions. There's a lot of things that play into a person's overall health and activity that they're capable of doing. So I really wanted to design an app or create an app that fit all facets of activity. Turn your body into a mining machine. And then, like I said, I wanted to find the flaws that didn't work with the other apps and fix that. Go ahead, Ryan.
Well, I love this saying. I've come up with a few little crafty sayings. First of all, if you're not moving, you're dead. Mine till you die. We can look back at what Bill Gates did. If you Google Bill Gates 666 cryptocurrency, you'll see that he actually wanted to turn people into mining machines. And obviously, he probably had a little bit of ulterior motives with that, as he typically does, using data, potentially weaponize it. Who knows? He's my neighbor up here in Seattle. But in his patents, it didn't include using NFT technology. So Lynette has studied all the move to earn concepts out there, and she'll explain why this is so big. But the human body is the perfect mining machine, and this Web3 app just has brilliant potential. Go ahead, Lynette.
Do you guys want to ask me any questions first? Let me just keep explaining.
Yeah, I mean, I think like, you know, I love the stay active to earn thing. I think that's like, to me, it's an up and coming thing that people should look into more, especially like you mentioned with gas prices. But so I guess I would like to know, like, for people that know nothing about this, how do you get into it? How do you start? And how does like the utility work? I mean, that's the biggest thing that people are going to want to know is like, okay, how do I do this? And what does it give me in return? I guess is what I'm asking.
Well, we started out, like I said, with Tag Protocol. So I wanted to make sure, you know, Vishal's, his knowledge in the space is very in-depth. And so, you know, he's got the tag coin that goes with the NFT projects that are currently there. So we did choose that. You know, we could have used the BNB coin, whatnot, but I mean, that coin's already, you know, it goes up from a couple $100, $500, $600, back and forth. But when you can use a token that is at pennies, I mean, we've been up to, you know, 35, 40 cent range with it, but to allow people to get started when that token is low, then you're going to get that extended growth in that token that you're not going to get in BNB. I mean, it would have to reach $30,000 BNB for you to get the exponential growth in those tokens that you're, you know, using. So I wanted to use the tag coin. It's already started to increase, which has been, you know, you know, I like to use the word fantabulous, but fantastic. So anyway, it's on the Binance Smart Chain. So you need a DApp wallet. And that can be daunting for new people that are getting into the crypto space. But I mean, you can get a college education on YouTube. So you can go, and search on YouTube how to download MetaMask, Token Pocket, Trust Wallet, SafePal, any of those. And you just have to make sure that you import the token, which is using a contract address. You go to tagcoin.io, you use BNB, BUSD, you buy your tag coin. It's 1,500 tag coin to mint an NFT. And all you do is click mint, you pay a mining fee, it crafts the band, and then you pay, the second fee, part of the mining, and then bam, you've got your crafted NFT. These NFTs are interactive, they are algorithmic, and then they are also programmed, believe it or not. So when we turn the programming piece on,
we're the world's first what?
Are you talking to me?
Yeah, I said we are the world's first what?
We're the first app that I can find that's interactive. It has the algorithms and it's got the programming behind it, along with the utility that we have also within the app. You can see I'm wearing my Apple band and I have this little dial here on the side. So on your 3D band, that will scroll your screen, and the screen will represent your real-time activity, your steps, your distance, your workouts. And so that's really cool for people to be able to see that on their NFT, to be able to display that. It's interactive. You can move it around the screen, twirl it around, and it's, they're very well put together. It's not, it wasn't a shabby job on that. The design and development behind that is top notch, like no other, in my opinion. And I've really, trust me, I do my research and I look and look and look. So we have the best team behind this project. And in my opinion, I have a lot of respect for them, the time they put into it. And not only that, but making sure it got designed the way that I had created it. And trust me, it was difficult. That's why it's not been done before. This was not an easy task. This took a lot of brain power, to put this together, to be able, this app has got 10 features. And I really wanted to make sure that it went full circle, that there was just never going to be a hiccup to make it fail. And I'm not going to talk about other apps. I don't like to do that. Everybody puts in their hard work. Everybody, when you create something, your goal is to make, you're trying to create the next best thing. Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. But I did use, a lot of my research with these other applications to try to see what wasn't working. One, you're restricted to their native token for their project. If that token doesn't take off, your project flopped. That's just the bottom line. Nobody's going to keep, working on a project or keep giving you their time if they don't see that token going anywhere. The next issue that I see in the crypto space is people have this fear of getting involved in multiple projects. If I support this project, I'm a trader if I go over here and support this one. When you've only got so many bodies walking the planet, you need people to get engaged in multiple projects. Not only that, all of these different projects offer different things. Some resonate with certain people, some of them don't. So I wanted to create a way where projects didn't have to just do a random airdrop into wallets, where people will probably never import those tokens to their wallet, because what's the biggest fear? I got a scam token and it's going to wipe out my wallet. And, it's really difficult to find out for a person who's not really adept to the crypto space, what's a scam and what's not. So, really, as far as I'm concerned, project creators who are doing these random airdrops, they're just burning money. They're wasting it. Yes, they're getting the wallet count, but they're not getting that engagement. And so I wanted to make sure that we brought that here. Well, that did two things. One, the native token to GetFit, whether it takes off right away or it took a year, it took two, it won't matter. We have an airdrop engine. So projects can now lock arms together. They can airdrop into the GetFit mining engine. And now they are not only, opening up the doors to a completely engaged audience who's mining their token they're working out, they're moving, they're mining for these tokens. But now they've got that engaged audience. They have a place where they can, share their pitch deck, their light paper, their white paper. They can put their website links there. And you've got people who are now checking out that project. they're also sharing GetFit with their communities. And so now you've got multiple communities working together. Instead of this negative competition that's going on, you're really bringing these different projects together, because not all, but the majority of these projects have good intentions, and they really are trying to bring value to the space. And so now you are able to bring all of these projects to an engaged audience, and you're expanding the users' portfolio, their crypto portfolio. And it gives them more opportunity to learn about these projects that are out there. And I really think it brings value to not only GetFit, obviously, the user base, it brings value to the projects because they're sharing communities and projects. You're locking arms. I mean, how much better can it be to work with people that are like-minded in the same space for a mutual goal? It works better, and you're bringing value to the people.
Right.
The next thing I wanted
I'm liking a lot of things I'm hearing. The only thing that you got working against you, in my opinion, so far from what I've heard, is you're on the BSC network. Now, I get it. It's cheap. It's fast. It's about the best option that's available out there right now. Do you guys have plans of launching on Pulse?
At the moment, I'm going to be very honest with you. Ryan has talked about it, and I work very closely with Vishal. And before I made a move like that, and I'm just gonna be straight up on you, I'm a very loyal person when I work with people. You know what I mean? I build these relationships, and it would be something that I would talk with Vishal about, because I would want to make sure if a move like that was made, that it was going to be advantageous to him as well, or if there is a way that it could be worked together where, maybe we add that network or whatnot. But when it, like you guys, you are supportive of the Hex project, which I totally, I understand all of that.
You're not going to find a more committed community than the Hex and Pulse community out there in crypto. If you want an engaged community, Pulse is the community.
I will, and I would like to contribute here. Yes, I just fell instantly in love with the Hex community on Twitter. It's like, oh my goodness, I made so many amazing connections. And so we are actually, we are actually launching something called Tag Chain. But the beautiful thing about this project is we want Hex to basically, it's my intention, Lynette's intention, for Hex to be the first major blockchain project to really help propel Pulse Chain moving forward, and all the 130 plus company, different blockchain opportunities within however many there are now, 120, whatever it is, give them the opportunity to work with us here. So I agree with you. Hex is an amazing blockchain, and we have people like Brock Pierce, for example, with EOS, that's very interested in this. He messaged me the other day and put me in a chat with his team and stuff like this and stuff. So people are looking at this. Go ahead, Lynette.
Well, I think too, what's important when we talk about like the Pulse chain, that we really should have a meeting with Vishal, because the Tag Chain is about basically creating this highway that merges multiple chains together. And so the reason I say I couldn't make a decision like that, I could make that decision, but I would never want to without consulting with him first, obviously, because of what we're building there with that ecosystem. But I do believe that there is a way that it can be worked together. I just don't know what the Pulse chain consists of to say, oh, absolutely, that's what we could do. But I'm definitely not close to that idea. But I would like to have Vishal involved in that conversation. You know what I mean? But it's definitely not something that's off the table.
Yeah. No, it's just our community is very leery of anything CZ and Binance supported. The Department of Justice has come after Binance several times, trying to steal people's intellectual property. Like, we are just not big fans, and it's the most centralized blockchain out there right now. That's why it's so cheap, is because it's so centralized.
And really, that's why Vishal wanted to create that Tag Chain to get away from the Binance Smart Chain. But it's always something that can be a conversation, because maybe there's something that you guys offer that will alleviate maybe the need to do the total Tag Chain. Maybe see what it is that Tag Chain offers, what does Pulse Chain offer? You know what I mean?
And if Richard Hart saw the value in this, that's I can call up Brock Pierce and find out, well, EOS. So he looked in EOS. He's been in my house. I've been to his house.
EOS is a ghost chain.
Right, exactly.
There's no users.
I know, when you have a project of this magnitude, you're bringing all eyes on it. So kind of redeem itself. But if I was able to call up Richard Hart, which is not that easy to do, even though I've spent like 8 hours a day trying to get hold of him for a long time, it didn't happen. So if we had that kind of direct contact and say, hey, what do you think about this? This is how we can support all the different pulse chain opportunities. What do you think? I don't see how Richard Hart could honestly say no to this with our dedicated team. And I will say that Vishal, I truly believe, is the best NFT developer because he's gotten down to the core. I always say this, metaverse, the core of metaverse is NFT. The core of NFT is data in utility-backed NFTs, not these little JPEGs.
I 100% agree.
Okay.
We're already working on some things behind the scenes with utility-based NFTs. Yeah, not this overpriced JPEG NFT, but actual utility NFTs.
And so that's a perfect reason to like get those two projects together to see how
I can tell you right
work.
now. So I talk to Richard. I talk to Richard pretty often, and I'm going to tell you right now exactly what he's going to say to this. He's going to say, whether he likes it or not, whether he thinks it's a good idea or not, he's going to say, go do it.
Yeah, do what you want.
He's not going to stop you. He can't stop you. It's an immutable blockchain. So
it's still more powerful to have those direct relationships. That's for sure. I think we should add, Lynette, the extra energy that we're bringing, the project that we're coming with Split Exchange real quick, and then we'll go back to GetFit because this all leads into Split Exchange. Can we just touch base on that real quick?
Yeah, I would love to hear more because I'm loving what you guys are saying. As a guy that works out at least 5 days a week, this is something I'm like, well, if I'm already getting up at 5 a.m. to go to the gym every day, then why not get paid to mine with my body while I'm there? Exactly. So yeah, let's hear about this Split Exchange.
So, okay. So sorry, Ryan, but here's where I got to say again, I am not the person to talk about the Split Exchange because that is not my expertise. That is Vishal's baby, and it is a big deal. And I really feel like we need to have him here to explain it because Ryan won't do it justice. I won't do it justice. And when you're creating something
I'll take a crack at it.
Level of significance, I just don't feel comfortable being the person that exposes it. And I don't think you should either, Ryan. This point.
Okay, then I can't. So big surprise for Richard Hart off the record, and you guys too. Okay, moving on. Go ahead. Next question.
I wheel my buddy in here.
Okay.
So
So go ahead. No, I was just going to say, so I've got questions from the beginning. So tell me the difference between these other move to earn apps and yours and how you're able to monetize it where they maybe fell short in the past.
Absolutely. So we were talking, one, we do all movement. We do your steps, we do your workouts, we do your distance, calories burned, we do sleep, and we do travel, which is a separate NFT. It's a 3D wire mesh vehicle. And these are, like I said, they are over the top, super. And so we use all of your activity. That's just the base, okay, which you don't get on any other app. It generally is just your steps, or if you're in a gym working on, a machine, whatnot. This is everything. There's two algorithms. There is your high intensity workouts. There is your dedicated uninterrupted workout, but then there's your overall. Okay, everything that happened through a 24-hour period. And of course, that's mining at a lower level. The higher intensity is mining at a higher level. So one, we incorporated the airdrop engine so that you have multiple tokens. Right now, we're working with over 50 projects that are coming on board. To me, that's extremely significant. And they're
rewarding. So are they, so to speak, donating these tokens, and they get you get airdropped based upon the amount of movement versus and what your percentage of the total pool is at the time that the airdrop is being announced or is being distributed?
Well, there's 6 categories that we mine in, and their tokens are airdropped into a smart contract that's locked so that we don't take a percentage of those tokens at all. They all go into the airdrop engine. They're all mined through the communities. So we don't take a percentage or anything. I mean, it's just.
So is that like a marketing proposition for these other tokens? Like, hey, if you want your token to be no more well-known, you can tie it up into this smart contract and it's going to be automatically distributed to this user base that's already engaged.
I mean, if you think about it, yes, it is a great marketing tool because you're getting 100% conversion. That's the bottom line. You know what I mean? And so obviously you have a value on those tokens. And the way it's set up, it's how long do you want these to be mined? Do you want to be mined for 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years? How many are you going to drop in? Then it's determined by the categories that they're mining in. They're distributed amongst those different categories. And then based on each person's individual workout, they are rewarded. We did it simple. I had it going all crazy. You get a percentage of this or a percentage of, I was like, make it simple. 1 mining share per step. Okay, talking just about the steps. That makes it simple. Every time somebody takes a step, they know they got a mining share. 1 step, 2 step, 3 step, 4 step, I got a mining share. It doesn't change the calculations on the back end. It's all the same. Whether we say, you get 1 token per 10 steps, or you get 1 mining share per step. It all mathematically works out. So that keeps people, I think, excited. They know every time they take a step, that's just 1 more mining share, 1 more mining share. If they pep it up, they got a bonus. So, that we really wanted to make it encouraging to people, make it simple in their mind to process. Every time I make a step, I got a mining share. To continue answering your questions, one of the biggest problems that I see right now in this space is this crazy breeding thing. I'm going to take 2 of this and I'm going to make a baby. Okay, well, when are you going to run out of feet to put them shoes on? So makes no sense to me.
I think it's pause on that.
You're interrupting me again, Ryan. I'm telling you, you get smacked down.
I have a funny saying. It's interesting that Solano, which the abbreviation is SOL, which means something else. SOL.
Yeah.
They're SOL.
Something out of luck.
Sorry, I'm having a little testosterone splurge here. Is they're SOL because of what we got coming on, and when you look at, the Solano I believe that STEPN helped raise Solano to up to the top 10 cryptocurrencies. It had 2 million users year 1. The coin went up 2,500%, and what Lynette she's identified all the weaknesses of Solano. So like you're saying, Lynette, the mining bans, go ahead. I just want to throw that out there.
Well, I have to tell you, I have a lot of respect for STEPN. It's not very often you see a project that can bring almost 2 million people in to their community in less than 90 days. So hats off to them. Seriously. Like, I don't think that it's that they did anything wrong. It's just sometimes you don't put enough thought into all of the pieces, and not everybody's mind works the same way. So, I looked at STEPN. I wasn't going to spend $5,000, $11,000 for a sneaker because I already seen what wasn't going to work there. But in one, there's only so many people that walk the planet. If you keep breeding these crazy sneakers, eventually you're going to run out of feet to put them on. And that's what's happening. But with GetFit, we merged them. Now, I'm not the person who came up with the merge idea. I have to give kudos to Vishal for that, because as I went through and I'm critiquing, and I'm researching, Vishal's like, big issue here. It's this breeding thing. And so when he started explaining it to him, I'm like, you're right. So let's do a merge. So we're always burning 50%. So we have 5 types of bands. Okay. We have basically it's a mini miner, and those are free. Okay. We don't charge people. We don't want a barrier to entry, period. We want every person that walks this planet to be able to participate in this application. And so that is part of our promotional piece. And it's only at 25% efficiency. So as communities are coming in, they're able to use this, baby band, mini band, whatever you want to call it. But then we have the base band. That's 100% efficiency. You can take 2 base bands and you can merge them, which is going to create your ultra band. Now, those 2 base bands are burned, taken out of circulation, and now you have 1 ultra band that mines at 110% efficiency. You can take 2 ultra bands.
I need to clarify. These are the NFTs you're talking about, or do you? Okay.
These are the NFTs. But what you do is
because the actual hardware, which we had this question earlier in the chat, the actual hardware is any smart device that can read the biometrics, right? That can read your vitals. Okay.
But the NFT, we have, like I said, this is, part of what has never been done before. The NFT, that 3D image, is programmable, and it displays all of your activity on the band of that NFT. So that's a big deal. So you do connect to the app, which is also connected to the NFT, which brings in all this data and is displayed on that screen. This has never been done to date, So you take those 2 ultras, and you can merge them and create one hyper. Those two ultras are burned, removed from circulation. That has a mining power of 125% efficiency. You can take the two hyper bands, you can merge them to create a super band, which has a mining power or mining efficiency of 200%. So we're continuously moving, removing 50% out of circulation by burning those. So you don't run out of risks. The next thing we wanted to do is, some people have different marketing abilities. How can the go-getter, the person that, really gets what internet digital real estate is, what can they do? By multiple bands, and we have a leasing feature. So they will stake their band. They determine what they're going to share in those mining rewards. If I've got, some guy that goes to the gym and he works out 2-3 hours a day, and then he goes and he runs a marathon every weekend or whatever, that's somebody I'm going to give a decent amount of the mining share to. So they're able to set those mining parameters, 50-50, 60-40, 70-30, whatever they want. And the other person who is staked to that band, their activity is mining tokens. The smart contract, one time per day, distributes those tokens automatically. The person who has leased that band, there's no charge to lease it, but we call it a lease. Their tokens are automatically distributed to them. And then the person who owns that band, their tokens are distributed to them. So you could own 50 of these mining bands. You are leasing out 49 of them. You've got 49 people that are mining for you every single day. They didn't pay a dime, but they get to participate. You give them a share of it. So that's a way for you to increase your mining rewards. These bands, we have the gamification. So you're always leveling up. And these are by pushing yourself to do more challenges, reaching goals, or, maybe you're passionate about a workout, so you're in the passion arena. So we have all of these different arenas that you have to level up and get through. And the goal is to get to the Hall of Fame, where you get to show off your bands. Very simple concept behind the gamification, but it's enough to keep the competition, the challenge, everybody likes to be challenged a little bit. And so that's what that is. I want to make sure I ain't missing nothing because there's so much.
Someone had to be clever out there. We got a pretty clever community. So this guy Van wants to just stick it on his dogs. So.
Oh, you can't do that. So we already know that these phones, people are going to try to hang them from their ceiling and whack them with a bat or whatever. Okay. You can cheat on that because your phone can't detect your heartbeat, different things of that nature. So on average,
make sure your Apple Band is getting your dogs getting their pulse while they're running around the yard.
Yes, but they don't have the same. Okay, humans aren't furry like the dog are, and there's different things that the band can do. So the band itself, we have anti-cheat, pieces that we use from different sensors of these bands that we can't use on the phone. So we do adjust the mining based on a 10% cheating curve when you just use your phone. So we recommend to everybody that you get a band. All bands are compatible. Go get a $20 band from Amazon. It's well worth it because your mining rewards are going to be much more accurate than what your phone is. So we know there's going to be cheaters out there. Hey, that's just the human nature, right? Everybody wants something for nothing if they can get it. Not everybody, but you got that handful. So we already account for 10% cheating. It's going to happen. There's no way to get rid of it altogether.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Is the app actually up and running now? Is it active? I mean, is it?
It was ready to launch, but we've had 3 different things that we're going to end with through Tag Protocol today. So they've released their what's called the eGold miner, and then on the 20th we have the halving. So we're going to release on the 22nd of August.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You know what she just said out there, guys, right? Stop being a bunch of lazy, fat people on a couch and get out there and actually do some moving. Stop trying to cheat and actually do something that's good for you and get rewarded as a result.
Yeah.
You know what I'm hoping? I'm hoping we see some kids out there. They make kid bands. Like we can't.
I'm gonna make all my kids wear.
Yeah, we can't necessarily promote.
I'm gonna lease mine out to my kids. I'm gonna lease my NFTs out to my kids.
You can make some money off of this.
That's right. I got a lot of little kids running around out there. This is perfect.
I never see little kids out anymore. We used to go outside and play from the time the sun came up. My mom was whistling for us to come in. The sun was still down, playing ditch them, kick the can. I mean, I grew up in a neighborhood of all boys, so I was a tomboy. I could beat most of them at the games. That was pretty tough. But I don't see that out here. It's like, where are all the kids?
And yes, people have asked me, what about if you're in the bedroom? And the answer is yes, if you have one of the
You
bands
have
on.
to turn that piece on if
Oh,
you
okay.
want that to be counted.
All right.
It
All
is
right.
considered a
So,
workout.
I'm not sure what that
So-
means, but anyway.
yeah, I'm not. That doesn't make any sense to me. I have no idea. I mean,
If you got that many kids, then you know what I'm talking about.
well, I haven't figured out where they come from yet, though. So,
Oh, okay.
I haven't figured out what causes that. So
either.
going back to how you monetize this thing, how are you guys, without giving away any proprietary information, how are you guys as a company monetizing what you guys are doing?
Okay, so with we have that 6 or 8 wallet rank commission structure that's paid through the smart contract. And I really do have one of the best development teams out there. I really do believe this with my whole heart and soul because of how they work with us on this application. But we can do another call when like Waleed is available. I'm telling you, the guy will blow your mind, smart-wise, of how he's been able to keep the costs down on this application and the type of technology that we use. But with that 1,500 tag coin, and I think this is really significant, which Ryan asked me to touch on, we use the tag coin because it is low. 900 tag coin is delegated out in the commission structure through the smart contract. I'm a firm believer that, if you've got people out there promoting your project, they should be able to make the most possible.
Yeah.
And
I
get
with that.
the rewards for that.
I'm a dirty capitalist pig, so I agree with that.
And so the direct pay is heavy. The indirect pay is nominal. It's 5% or so, depending on your wallet rank, and it's dispersed from the smart contract. So there is some kickback on the indirect, but it's really based on your direct sales. But the significant piece is that's that 60% commission that's paid. That's the 900 tag coin out of the 1,500. Knowing that tag coin, hit the exchange last November, it's a rather new project. It's only a couple of years old, about 2 years old now. And we wanted to make sure that that coin was, the value of that token was protected. So we have an offset. We burn 20% of that tag coin.
On every purchase, every NFT.
Yep. So for every NFT that's minted, 300 of those tag coins are burned. So that's an offset of that 60% so that people don't feel like, oh, gee, I went out there and I've promoted these bands and if I sell, I'm going to tank the coin. Well, you're not, because
I think it's important to note that tag coin is up more than any top 10 cryptocurrency. Straight the last 3 days, we're up over 15% today alone.
Yeah, it's been going really well.
So many coins, we're selling so many NFTs right now.
Yeah. And then 10% we put towards the tag GFAM liquidity pair. So we basically put 30% back in. We take 20% of the token out by burning its tag coin, and then 10%. So it's injected into the liquidity. There's 10% at the top in that master wallet. That's what's used for development costs, app costs. But you're also looking at a token that has the potential to do, I don't like, I'm like yourself. You can't give projections on a token because you never know what they're going to do, but it's got the potential to really do well. And so, that 10% can equate to a little bit, or it can equate to a monster amount. So it's all based on, does the app grow? Does it resonate with people? Is it something that they like? Do they see the value in it? And then that's how that works, the distribution of that 1,500, where the profits come from. So bottom line is this: the application takes 10% for cost, development, anything that needs to be done for that purpose. I work it just like everybody else does, and I earn my commission on my tag coin.
So tag coin, right? Okay. Just making sure that I've got the right one here. I'm looking it up right now. So
when you go to CoinMarketCap, make sure you look it up as tag protocol tag, because there's like a dead project
I
out
won't
there.
give them. I won't give CZ my business. So I'm over on nomics.com is where I'm looking at it. So
yeah.
So
I think they're more trustworthy, and they're better with their reporting numbers. They don't.
Yeah.
So let me just explain the last part of this real quick that I think is fun. It gives everybody that interaction. I wanted a platform where people could create their own challenges. I could challenge Ryan to a 1 mile race, set up the date, the time, GPS tracks the winner. People can create events they want to have, like a marathon, if they want to have a walkathon, or if they want to do a fundraiser, they're able to create these events. And instead of being, limited to your geolocation, you now have a global community that can participate in these events and these fundraisers and do more good for the community worldwide. So I think that I've really got all of the I's dotted, T's crossed in a full circle here by, researching these other apps and seeing what wasn't working and putting what does work together. And so I guess we're going to start finding out on April 22nd. But the app is killer. It looks so good. I mean, it's like nothing you've seen.
And we can get a look at that at getfitmining.com.
You cannot yet.
Lynette, is there anything that you can show? Can you show a demonstration of the 3D if we did a screen share somehow, or no?
Yeah, we can do a screen share.
That'd be great. While she's pulling that up, the circulating supply seems to be unknown. Do you guys have any idea? It's a vanity metric as far as I'm concerned. All that matters is more.
Yeah, the circulating supply is like, I'll tell you exactly, 61,514,000. And there's a halving that takes place on the 20th.
Every year. Every year
there's a halving up to 6 years for the first 6 years. So there's 61 million in circulation right now. We've already burned over 3 million.
3.5 million.
3.5 million, yeah.
So how many users do you guys have currently? Is it,
are you talking about for GetFit or for Tag Protocol?
For GetFit.
Currently, we have only sold, I say only, we've really done well for doing, I'm somebody, okay, I'm a networker by nature, so I'm used to like 30,000, 40,000, 50,000 people. But we've kind of been doing a one-on-one, promotion on this. We haven't really kicked it out there heavy yet. We wanted to get closer to the launch date. So we have minted about 7,500 bands, and we have approximately 1,500 wallets at the moment.
Okay.
We have a few 100,000 people in some of these communities that are coming in. So I don't expect that number to stay low long, but it's low for just, we started minting the NFTs about the beginning of June. So we're looking at about 8 weeks, probably now, a couple months. So in my opinion, it's been a little slow, but we're starting to gain speed. These projects that are coming in, bringing their communities and stuff, I really expect that to grow much quicker. And especially once the app goes live. I mean, everybody wants to see the app. You know what I mean? Once you see the app, I think it's going to be a freight train that can't be stopped. But then maybe that's just me.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So discussing what she's talking about, the masses coming in, big numbers of people coming in. Just 2 days ago, we actually had give you an example of how companies can come on board and really work with us. So there's a company my friend is the CEO and owner of. It's called Be Epic. It's a health and wellness network marketing company. Auto ships $50 a month. They already accept 20-something different cryptocurrencies. They have 100,000+ distributors, but they've done $8 billion in sales in 20 years and paid out $4 billion in commissions. So it's pretty impressive. But just imagine you're exercising, you're walking, you're doing this and that, and you're able to make enough to go ahead and purchase your health and wellness products on a monthly auto ship. This is an issue when it comes to network marketing companies, is the retention, right? Mm-hmm. But they have actually decided to come on board with their 100,000 affiliates right now and accept Tagcoin as one of the 20+ forms of cryptocurrencies. So that's happening also right now. And then today also, we have one of the business partners of the vice president of Oracle actually looking at this as well right now. I had no idea that my friend, he's one of the trust fund babies of Microsoft VPs, and his business partner is the vice VP of Oracle, and so he's bringing this to them right now because they're moving. I had no idea that they were moving into augmented reality. So just imagine, humans are the perfect mining machines once again, and what is possible here.
Right.
So people are asking when the launch date is. It's the 22nd. We go live right now. You can get a 2-for-1. This is such a beautiful thing. So basically, our coin has gone up quite a bit, 15% today. So the cost is roughly about $117 BizSatchful to purchase one of these, but you're getting 2 for the price of 1. So you're getting these slightly under $60 a piece. I purchased 30 of them just to have them on hand because I'm going to send those out like boomerangs, just giving them people, then call them up 30 days later. Hey, your lease is up. You like it or not? Not. Well, thanks for mining for both of us. Enjoy the coins. Take it back. Send it out to the next person just like that. It's the perfect marketing. I love it. So.
All right. So I don't know if it's going to let me share or not. Here we go.
Oh.
So
This
are you
still
guys able
cracks
to
me up.
see
I just had to
the
throw this out there because you touched on this about if it, if everybody's moving and mining, it sounds like we're headed into the movie The Matrix when everyone exists just to mine crypto in those pods. Laugh out loud. That is rather funny. So go ahead. Yeah, if you can, if you hit that share down at the bottom, then we can go ahead and bring it up on.
Do something. Let's see. System preferences, unlock screen. Oh, I have to select Google Chrome. And
Yeah, thank you guys for having us on today. This is just
Yeah, well, I'd love to have a discussion, even if it's a private discussion. I'd love to have a discussion about you guys launching on Pulse. So
I think it's possible. I think, I've spoken to the mentor guys, and when you guys understand, are in the know of what split exchange, what value that's going to bring to the whole entire NFT world, it's going to be an absolutely beautiful thing. This is why Brock Pierce is very interested in our project as well. But I personally would rather go with Hex. I think that Richard is the largest loudmouth out there, and he's standing behind technology and something. I mean, he can be that loud, and we can be that loud talking about the Hex community because we know what we have is so strong. So I support that, brother.
yeah, and that's pretty much what we're dedicated to here at Discourse Syndicate. Anything that enhances Richard Hart ecosystems, we're all about over here.
We will be at PulseCon. We're going to be sponsoring the golf tournament. Shout out to BitHex and also Caitlin as well. Appreciate her and him. He's absolutely amazing. Also just had,
guy's full of life, isn't he? That guy,
yes.
that guy doesn't stop smiling. Like, life is good for that man. You can tell.
Randy Hilarski.
I send you guys a link and have you guys do this because for whatever reason,
if you just put it in the private chat, I can pull it up. Yeah, if you put it in the private chat.
Shout out to Randy Hilarski, also one of the top amazing Hexkins, also a good friend of mine for many, many years. He's on board with us now as well. He's got a few pounds.
I love Randy. Thanks for reminding me I need to reach out and check up on Randy, see how he's doing. He's become a good buddy of mine over the last couple of years here in Hex, the last 2.5, almost 3 years now at this point. Yeah. And he's quality people. And he's one of those guys that understands the value of building ecosystems together, not just being a maximalist in one coin.
Yeah, we've been friends for 10 years over now, since Bitcoin was $230. There's a link.
Oh, wow. That is cool. All right, let's pull this up here. Okay, here, I can actually.
You got it?
F11 it and share. Yeah, I'll just pull it up here for you guys.
Now you can drag your mouse and that band will move around. You can turn it up and down.
Gotcha.
You can see all the detail. You can zoom up on it.
Do I have to get the woman one? Is there a man one I can
they're
buy?
all minted differently. So if you go up in your browser and you can change those numbers around a little bit and you'll see different bands that will appear.
Zoom in on it so you can see that too, though. Zoom in.
Up here on this?
On your mouse, however you zoom. How do you zoom out? There you go. Now, yeah, there you go. See, so all that's going to be live data right there. Once it's attached to that NFT number is attached to your app, it's going to show in real time that data. And the scroll bar is on the upper right hand corner that Lynette was discussing.
Yeah,
also,
the little round button, that scrollable, the button on the right hand side there. Those are clickable. You see the sensors behind it. And so the detail on these bands is extremely. And if you go up to your browser, you can change. So it's got to keep the one because that's this band's NFT as part of its ID. But then you can add, change the numbers up, the last 8 numbers, and you'll see the different bands. So they're all minted. There's no 2 bands that are alike. They're all.
Gotcha. So Lynette, how long have you guys been working on this project?
A year.
I started doing my research in August, and we started the development process in January. But really full force in February.
Gotcha. Okay.
That's brilliant. And also, just a heads up, we have technology like augmented reality. Just imagine coming in with us also that want to collaborate. That could happen very, very quickly. That would allow us to do coin drops. But as you're walking through, like Pokemon style, you'd be able to acquire those coins and say coin to the right, and you could be able to go pick up that coin in your neighborhood and stuff.
You're going to make sure that doesn't just like put you in the middle of the street so you get hit by the pie truck driving down the street, right?
Your head.
I got that coin. I got hit by a truck, but I got that coin.
I became a millionaire. Go ahead.
I was going to bring up the app. I think I could just show you on the screen a little bit, but so you can see here.
Yeah. Okay.
It's kind of hard, but
Yeah.
Let me see. So first steps example, this would be where you would claim. You can see your claims
Oh, yeah.
there.
It's
It
got
gives
nice
your
graphs, though.
different intensities for the different steps that you've taken. Did you take 100 steps, or, per minute? How many steps per minute? It's got your, let me see here. So like your calories burned. It'll show you, your calories, distance. Kind of can see it. These all move around. I wish it was a little bit easier to show you, but see, so it kind of moves on its own.
Mm-hmm.
You have to select your watch. So this is a band that's in here. If I activate this, it's going to bring up my band. I'm going to turn on my, I'm going to activate it so that it brings everything up. And of course, the band is interactive, so it does move
Okay.
on the screen. You can move it around, do your stuff. It gives you all of so each band has mining efficiencies. So you can boost them, level them up, whatever, you need to do. It doesn't dock you on your steps taken, but it does matter for the bonuses that you receive in your activities. So, it's good to boost up or to push yourself a little bit further so that you can get those minings. We also have the dark and the light. So if you go to your settings and you want to have the dark, then it also, some people like the dark, so, you can do.
I know what Ken is thinking. He thinks there should be more hex colors on there. As
Absolutely. I don't see the gradients in there. Not enough gradients.
You're gonna, hey, you guys, my developer's always online. You can get him those gradients.
Hey, Rich, on the phone with us, we'll add more of those.
Yeah. Ryan, so here's a question for you. I mean, you talked about being at PulseCon. So what is your goal out there? I mean, there obviously this is cool. You got a lot of stuff going on, but my thing, I'm sitting here going, how do you showcase this and make people understand it? Right. Yeah. I get stay active to earn, that type of thing, but so what is your plan out there? I'm just curious of it.
Definitely to mine cryptocurrency while we're walking around after a few drinks and stumbling around in Vegas Strip. No,
go to the bars.
On Dubai there, yeah.
You know what? I just follow where the universe takes me, and it just seems like divine timing with everything that's happened with. Gosh, just absolutely everything from our halving to the launch on the 22nd to Pulse Chain coming whenever that's going to be to PulseCon. And I just felt so drawn to it. First of all, I wasn't going to go if Richard wasn't going to go. But now I'm just meeting all you guys and stuff like this. It's our intention to show up, sponsor the golf tournament. We're going to hand these free ones out to every single hexagon that's there. So every single person there is going to get a free mini miner with the opportunity to upgrade right there. And also, meet all the different, I'm not too familiar, I'm doing my best to keep up with all the projects over at coming on Pulse Chain, but we'd like to meet all those people and say, hey, check this out and see how we can collaborate, because collaboration is the ultimate competition.
Sure. Okay.
I think our biggest way to really try to get this out there too, of course, we're doing our marketing, people that are minting the NFTs that kind of are in the space, but is also the promotion of the those mini bands that have that 25% efficiency. We can give them out hundreds of thousands at a time, literally. I mean, you get a code. So let's say, like for you guys' example, PulseCon or Hex, you have a they have a code that's linked to you guys, to that chain or that project, whatnot. So they download the app, they input that inviter code, which is, it could be Hex, it could be, PulseCon, whatever, it's going to be. And they mint that free NFT band. And then if they like it, they upgrade. So, I mean, there is no limit to what we can do with those.
And we have people making $1,000 a day. I'm not going to name names in this project, but already, and it hasn't even launched. It's been quite a blessing.
But not on the mining, only on the commission structure.
On the commission structure. And I would say the ultimate goal, and I would love to see this happen, is, just imagine us launching Pulse Chain coins on this to all the people as we're going viral, as potentially we go through Oracle and everything is just happening. We're bringing awareness to Pulse, because I don't know what Oracle does in cryptocurrency, for example. I don't think anything whatsoever yet.
No, they're probably just like all the other tech companies, just buying up all the IP right now and hoping that there's a they're buying solutions, trying to find a problem that it fits right now is what they're doing. So
I see this because a lot of people don't know about NFTs. A lot of people don't know about cryptocurrency. But when you put together and be like I signed up 2 75-year-olds the other day out fishing in Alaska who came up, my parents' friends, and they're like, we don't understand this whatsoever. I go, just walk and earn cryptocurrency. And they're just like, why isn't everyone doing this? But just imagine there's so many people, you know, Isaac Newton says there's always an opposite and equal reaction, right, to things. So gas prices go up. How do we fix that right there? We turn cars into freaking mining machines. Check this out. This is very interesting because this is a rebirth of an economy here. We turn cars into mining machines. As people are driving, they're mining. And then what they can do is they can actually take that money and go to Be Epic and buy this little fuel pill that you throw in your gas tank, and you get an extra 4 miles per gallon or something like this. So it really is helpful for people. And in this economy, people really should have another income stream for their families. And, you know, it's my intention to make a lot of money in Hex with you all.
So I've seen some other projects out there. It's been a few years that did the play to, or the move that you had to allow your GPS tracker, and it rewarded you with the fake digital currency that wasn't actually a digital currency. So you guys have solved at least that much. But what made them fail, and makes you guys think that it's going to be successful?
Recap.
Sometimes I think the market just isn't ready. And if we're talking 4 or 5 years ago, I just don't feel like the move to earn space was there yet.
You could search.
But I mean, there's a lot that makes this app go. Nobody's got the features we did. Nobody. There's one app that's got everything here that we've put, and you won't find one.
You can search hashtag move number 2 earn. It's very interesting. It seems like there's about 40 posts per hour. Okay. And speaking about SOL, Solano and move to,
That's not doing it, Ryan.
We call it anal OS around here. If you spell Solana backwards, it spells anal OS. So,
okay.
And that's about how good it is, because it's a steaming pile of.
So let's just talk about specifics. Just a recap on what Lynette said. They're only counting steps. You're taking consideration heart rate, calories burned, moving using GPS positioning, and also the fact that the breeding feature over at that made them fail or not do, because once you lose confidence in a project, it's hard to get back. And stuff. So those merging of bands turning into more virtual shoes. Becoming more 3 and
more wristbands.
Okay, and now here we are consolidating, and also the fact that their point of entry. This is very important to note that not everyone can afford $500 freaking virtual NFT shoes, but is our intention to just basically almost give these away for free to turn everyone into a GetFit miner. That's a few. There's probably more, but also having all these blockchains giving the ability to come and work with us and other companies that aren't even on the blockchain, such as Be Epic, the letter B, EPIC, with Dan Putnam's company coming on board to accept it as a cryptocurrency and make it to help sustain retention in those companies. Just a few examples.
And the leasing piece.
Leasing
piece. Sleep. It's literally 24 hours. You're mining in your sleep, because sleep is important to your health. At 4 levels of sleep.
Mining.
Yeah.
Not that kind.
Go ahead, T-Rob.
No, go ahead. I see your brain's like spinning. So
I'm a business guy. So I think of all the different ways you can monetize something, all the different moving parts that need to be in place to make things happen. You added a whole third dimension when you add blockchain and play to earn, move to earn, whatever you want to earn to the end of your business model. So I've got a lot of different ideas. We've got another channel that we have not released to the public yet. We've got some pretty big name interviews and things that we've done. Part of that channel is very much going to be fitness. It's a very big part of what we're talking about. So I guess we'll have to connect offline here and see what we can do in the way of just clarifying some questions that may come up after this stream that maybe aren't coming up right now at this moment. But I like the idea of promoting health regardless. And if you can get paid to promote health and it doesn't cost anything other than maybe an initial starting fee to get up and running with the customer, I see that as a win-win. Man, I'm going to tell you guys, I'm just hung up on the whole fact it's on the BSC chain. That's my biggest problem, my biggest hang up right now.
You say that you talk to Richard Hart, you get Richard Hart one time in contact and just tell them we got a new NFT developer coming on working here, and we're open for discussion.
Yeah.
We
can do that. I can bridge that conversation with you guys and just see if there's anything. I know for right now, until Pulse Chain is released, he's not even going to look at anything that's not one of his. So first of all, if it doesn't have his ticker symbol, if it's not a coin with his ticker symbol, he's not going to give any credence to it right away. He's focused on Pulse Chain, and then you'll have to once those two things are out of the way and Pulse is live, you're going to have to convince him that this is something that will bring more users, more adoption to his chain. And I think it sounds like I think we can. Yeah, I think that would be a discussion that'd be. I think he'd see the value in, maybe not 100% of everything you're doing, because I'm not him. I don't think like him, but I wouldn't mind putting you guys in contact with him so that you guys can discuss that with him. But I'm going to be honest with you. You don't need Richard's say so, man. You just need to get this community that already cares. I mean, you've seen the Hexicans out there. They're a bunch of jacked dudes, man. Most of them, and women too. There's more women in Hex than I think I've seen anywhere else in the crypto space. So these guys are already interested in fitness. These men and women are already interested in fitness. So you could probably build a pretty big following and not even need Richard Hart.
Well, here's my thing too. The app is going to speak for itself. If people love it, they're going to use it. And if there's more people using the app than our hexagons or whatever you call it, well, of course he's going to look at it. How can you not? You know what I mean? And when you've got all these projects that are coming and looking at it, I mean, that speaks volumes too. So it's all, nobody knows what's going to happen yet. This could just take off and be the best thing since sliced bread. It could totally flap. Who knows what's, you don't ever
know. You don't know. You don't know until you know.
So,
how many more days to buy one, get one?
Me up someday and asking to fly me out there for dinner because my app's doing so well.
There you go.
No, you won't do that. He'll expect you to pay for dinner. I guarantee he'll expect you to pay for dinner. He goes out with all the Hexicans and makes the Hexicans pay for dinner.
I'll answer Blake Link's question here. How many more days are left to buy one, get one free? So we are officially launching on the 22nd. Our goal is to have 25,000 minted bands. Again, we're at about 7,500 right now because we have, 12,500 times 2 because buy one, get one free. We have 25,000 in circulation day one on the launch. So we are keeping this open. We've got, Lynette, to get to 12,500, you can do the math there, 7,500, right?
I haven't looked to see what we're at today, but we're probably pushing close to 8. So probably another 4,500 or so.
Right. So the sale is going to continue until that point, and that could happen on the 22nd. That could happen beforehand. So my advice is buy a few of these. They've already increased from about $65 all the way up to $100 because the coin value, the 1,500 tag coin, has gone up so much here, like 20+% in the last 48 hours. So get a few before the price increases more, so you can loan those things out on the leasing platform.
Cool.
Yeah, well, I like the premise behind this. Anything that encourages people to get off the couch and go move and possibly earn while you're moving. Do something that's good for you and be rewarded for it. I like that concept.
Instead of just going through Richard Hart's Twitter feed and just reposting all day long and just wait for wins Pulse Chain, right?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of bored, very wealthy Hexicans that's all they do all day long. So maybe this will encourage some of them to get out of the house and go do something other than hang out on Twitter all day.
I mean, there's a big fitness challenge right now in the community, and you guys would fit right in. So probably want to connect you with some of the guys that are doing that, because I think you'd find it very beneficial to you for sure.
Yeah, definitely. I think there's it would be if you guys ever sponsored, we have fitness challenges in this community all the time. It seems like every 3-4 months there's a new fitness challenge. Yeah. And it'd behoove you guys to, if you ever come out on Pulse, to reach out to these guys, because I don't know. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I think you're gonna get some hang up from some of the Hexicans, the fact that it's on BSC chain. But if you guys ever migrate to Pulse, and it'd be really in your best interest to go ahead and sponsor some of these fitness challenges.
Sam Stoltz reviewing this. Go ahead, Lynette.
Well, no, I mean, if the Pulse chain isn't even out yet, it's kind of like, I mean, we can talk about it for sure, but I mean, we have yet to, you know what I mean? Like something's got to happen first before we could even we couldn't move it to Pulse Chain because it's not even there yet. So I think it's something we can have a conversation about, but it's just like tag chain's not there yet either. So, we need to connect and see what those two things look like and which one is going to provide the best for the app, honestly, because Pulse Chain could be the best thing out there. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know because I don't know anything about it and I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah.
I'm very biased, but I know Kinetics already said it, but an off-screen conversation with Kinetics and his team would probably open your eyes to like.
Yeah, I would like to learn more about it because I just really don't. You know what I mean? So I can't even make a judgment. I would love to learn more about it for sure. Yeah. Because it could be exactly what GetFit needs. You know what I mean? How do you know? But I know nothing.
Yeah.
Amen.
Well, sure. I mean, hey, it's got to be open. Everybody's got to be open to change, right? For all kinds of different things. So I get it.
And it's about the growth of the application, what's best for the communities, and what's going to give them the most value. I mean, it's not about what I like. It's about what offers what it needs to have to go forward the best.
I just pulled up Maddie's comment. He's got a great comment here, guys. So it's something to think about here. Go talk with your devs for sure. It's easy if you wrap your tag coins and NFTs and use it on the Pulse Chain testnet. So if you guys are interested, the Pulse Chain testnet is live. So it is possible to test it and see how compatible. If it's working on BSC, it shouldn't have any issues. It's written in Solidity. So.
I owe Maddie an apology, by the way. Shout out to Maddie. Just because when I first came on Twitter and connected with Maddie, I came across as a spammer because I was so excited to bring this project. Tag protocol in our companies. There's Maddie called me out as a spammer. Sounds like spam, scam. I was like, no. So looking forward to meeting you, Maddie.
Okay. Well, I'm glad we got to clear that up. That's good. He'll be. Last I heard, Maddie would be out at the Pulse Con. So be a good opportunity for you guys to connect.
I'll buy him a drink.
Yeah. There you go.
Good deal. Well, cool. What else you got? Oh yeah, it was a blast. I'm excited. I love what you have. I love the utility of it. And I think I'm an entrepreneur, business guy like Kinetics, and my mind is just spinning right now because I see a lot of opportunities for some different things. But I love what you're doing, and thank you for coming on. It's my pleasure meeting you guys, and definitely. Are you going to be, Lynette? You going to be at PulseCon as well?
She's coming with.
Yes. Oh, okay, cool. So I'll get to meet both of you guys out there. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you. Have a good evening, guys. Appreciate you.
You guys will
thanks, guys.
Yeah, both of you guys will be at PulseCon?
Yeah. Yep.
Awesome. We're gonna let Kinetics come, I guess. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, they may not allow me. I might get held out at the doors, but they can't stop me from getting to the strip. So
the rhino?
I hear that.
That's right. Spearmint rhino? I have no idea what that is.
No idea. All right, guys. Thank you so much.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate your time tonight.
Later. Bye-bye.
Okay.
All right, Kinetics. What's your thought, man? Feedback.
Just on the wrong chain. Now, great points. They're developing. They're ready to go live here in the next 5 days. And so they need a working blockchain, and the testnet for Pulse is available, but Pulse itself is not available. So so until it is, I mean, I can't beat that horse enough for them to change it until there is actually something to deploy it on. But I want them to look into it. I really do, because I see this as being really cool for all these new coin projects. 120 different projects being released on, or at least publicly saying they're going to support Pulse Chain or be launched on Pulse Chain.
Yeah,
it'd be really neat for something like this that encourages. It's already a tenet of most Hexicans here to be healthy. You got to live for those 15-year stakes. So if you want to be healthy, move, and get rewarded for doing so, it seems like an obvious fit for our community, honestly. And then also these other 120 projects, circling back to those guys, where my train of thought was originally going, is if there's an opportunity for them to have an airdrop contract that airdrops your coin automatically to people that are already engaged in participating in this, it's a no-brainer as far as I'm concerned. So I think it'd be really cool. Just use Mintra, for example. Mintra load up on their token inside of this app. And as Hexicans are working out, they earn some free Mintra as part of a promo for Mintra. So there's advertising for Mintra. There's, you know, free value for those who are doing something that's already good for them. So I think it's a win-win. I don't think anyone can argue that it would be a bad thing to pay people to take care of themselves.
Yeah, no, I agree. And, you know, we all like to make money, right? So, I mean,
Yeah.
that's the utility as well. I mean, especially if you're actually doing activities. I mean, you know, not just like going to a gym and pumping iron. I mean, you could be walking down the street making money.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. So,
Well, I work out every day, and I walk my dog every day. So it'd be nice to get paid to do so. I mean, if I'm already doing it, right?
me too, man. I'm working out every day and we're walking 3 miles every night. So, I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, it'd be nice.
Yeah. Again, just circling back around, as long as it helps and enhances the Richard Hart ecosystem, I'm all for it.
Yep. Yeah. It could be you know what? When I originally looked at this, the big thing that I thought about was especially onboarding through this would be amazing.
Yeah.
Getting people into the RH system and on Pulse Chain.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, it's an easy one. Like, hey, you want to make money while you're doing that, and then all of a sudden they're in the community. So,
especially if the app is that easy to use, and you could just buy the NFT with a credit card. Hint, hint. I know some people out there working on something similar to that. So if you could literally buy the NFT with a credit card, the app, you just type in what the NFT number is or whatever it is, make it super simple so even my mom can figure it out.
Yeah.
Then and get rewarded for going out and walking. Dude, I guarantee my mom would wear her wristband, her Apple Watch. She'd walk for the next 2 years and not even realize. I mean, she'd be like, "Oh yeah," every now and then maybe, "Oh yeah, I'm getting paid to do that. It's probably not much." And then she checks in 2 years later, and all of a sudden, if there's any price appreciation with the coin associated with it or whatever, all of a sudden she's got, you know, thousands of dollars in an account I guarantee she get really excited about crypto, period, not just this particular project, but crypto in general. If there was all of a sudden some, you know, unfound gains that she didn't expect. So I think it has a great opportunity to onboard people.
Yeah. So one more question for you. Everybody's been asking this, and you're the inside guy. Is Richard going to be in Las Vegas?
I asked him, and I said, between you and me, and he's probably told multiple people. I'm probably not the only one he's told, but I'm not going to tell you what his answer is.
Okay.
I told him between you and me, man. I haven't. There's I've seen some shady people out there post some private conversations, and they typically do it, you know, in an order that makes them look best, and they don't release the whole thread of the conversation and how it went down. And then they have 20 tweets or whatever to explain their side of it and why the other person's such a bad person. Regardless of whether it clears my name or not, I don't violate people's privacy like that. So I'm not going to do that. So
okay,
I'll let Richard Hart be the one to comment on that.
Yeah, I'm just saying he is. Where more people come, I don't know. I mean,
I think more people would come if he goes. Absolutely.
For sure,
I think that's a very fair statement.
For sure.
So, yeah, you guys go check out Tim's new store, syndicateapparel.shop, syndicateapparel.shop. If he ever, you know, takes the time necessary to come pick up some shirts.
I know,
I got
man.
a whole bunch of them already boxed up, ready to go. The super high quality, like super stretchy fabric doesn't get funky after working out 5 days in a row in them. Like doesn't lose the shape of the sleeves or the hem or the neck line, any of that whenever. And we're doing a 5-year guarantee on the shirts. Pretty amazing stuff, but you guys can't have them until Tim steps up his game and comes and picks them up for me here in Colorado. So if you guys will all go ahead and just Twitter bomb and Twitter DM and maybe even Telegram DM T-Rob here and make him come get those, that'd be wonderful. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, I'm working.
Appreciate you putting the pressure on.
Hey, but actually, I thought you were just going to jump in your private jet and fly them to me.
My private jet, yeah. No, I didn't buy enough Hex early enough, so.
I hear you. I'm working on it, man.
I'm still DCAing in.
Yeah, I hear you. Well, cool, man. Well, thank you, man. Appreciate you being on. As always, love you, brother. And
yeah, bro.
tell the fam hey. And I'll be back tomorrow night. I've got Brandon from Rags coming on. We're just going to talk about what our plan is when Pulse Chain launches.
Love it.
So we're going to talk about that. Thank you, Van. Sweet merch, boys.
Thanks, man.
Appreciate that, brother.
It's all
yeah,
Tim. T-Rob here is the man making it happen. So he's got his own shop and he's doing a great job. Bang up job over there.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it. All right, dude. Let's get out of here. I'm gonna go for my walk. Go make
All
some.
right.
Go do some.
I'm gonna go have myself a messy brownie sundae. So I'm gonna go.
Oh yeah, right. Whatever. Whatever, dude. I see that body, man. You ain't doing that.
I just gonna have to take 3 walks with the dog tomorrow.
There you
Make
go.
up for it. That's all. So, thanks, guys. Thank you all for joining us. Appreciate you guys.
See you, everybody.
Thanks, T-Rob, for having me.
Later, brother.